Who doesn't love summer camps? No one can resist the promise of s'mores and swimming in the lakes and hours of exploration in the woods and nature. I want to welcome you to a retreat in the mountains of Mongolia, the magic. I am Tonya Dee, a holistic shaman, medium, and otherworldly life coach and subtle energetic surgeon. I'm extending an invitation for you to experience the serenity of Mongolia's majestic mountains, lush hills, relaxing in a peaceful atmosphere of a traditional Mongolian temple, surrounded by the warmth, the glow of the crackling bonfires. Join us for an unforgettable experience as we explore the ancient culture of Mongolia, wild horses, sand dunes, nomadic ritual, shamans, villages, the origins, exploring the beauty of Mongolia's unique landscape, discovering the power of living in the present moment. Check out the itinerary for this retreat at club.tonyadee.tv/Mongolian retreat. The Magic of Mongolia retreat promises a bewitching brew of spine-chilling tales of the supernatural, everlasting bonds of friendship, gastronomic delights, impromptu serenades, brave adventures, moments that we're going to leave you forever enlightened. Sign up today. Space is limited for only a few heartfelt magical beings, and I'll see you on the other side coming August. Inshallah and Ashe. Divine wills, blessings to you 300 plus magical energetic beings. And are we going to hit the 444 this month, those angel numbers? So go ahead and share the magic, share the excitement with your friends, along with other like-minded virtual musers out in the galaxy and the globe. Either way, doesn't really matter. Thank you for joining me. And did you affirm great value within yourself yesterday and add an extra ounce of chocolate, is what I'm thinking, adding an extra ounce of dark chocolate or more of authentic gratitude? Just feeling grateful with the goddess of the night in her home sign. You know, we're feeling it out, our feelings, projecting them out into the future. So what's resonating with your new core values and what does not? So with that, go ahead and hit the white rabbit. Go and do that right now. It's the only way that we can really make this algorithm make certain that it's going to give each and every one of us the nutritional quotient, the value of our soul that our soul design deserves. Heartfelt, just feeling stones in our bones, if you will. Our inner value quotient, our optimistic venue, that love quotient by divine design. And while we're waiting for people to hop on, joining us live, tuning into the replay, or jump on in the afternoon, whatever timeline you're on, the way we value ourselves is the way the world values each other. So if something isn't bringing or bridging your gap between your inner peace and your outer peace, it's really time to allow it to really flow away, go bye-bye. So if anything in the plan that you designed for your future self feels a little topsy-turvy, especially today is not the day to actually do anything. Just be aware, take note of it. And are you ready to open up and receive the inner value, a new sense of your own self-worth? Can you feel the offshoot, the percolating, the brewing of it into internalizing inside of you? I always think of a coffee pot out by a campfire. I don't know why. Just something that I do. But it's a new value within ourselves that we can take to the heart, even to the bank. It's one to think it, but it's another actually to really own it. Trusting and loving this resonating essence that's really percolating inside of our heart, the chalice of our heart. It's time to relax. Take a pause for inner peace and just admire what you did. And today's the day to connect, creating community, harmony, balance, storytelling around the campfire, apparently, and use this energy to really restore and reconcile, even bring clarity to any area of your life that really needs authentic balancing, if you will. My name is Tonya Dee, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please heartfelt do go ahead and hit that white button, the rabbit, on YouTube, Tonya Dee. That's probably where you're tuning in. Or even my Musing with Tonya Dee podcast. The season of the witches is out there, and we're in the season of Taurus. This is the Earth Star. It's nature empathy. It's the Shamans Portal. It's the mystical, magical realm, along with our throat center, which is also our clairaudient, our hearing sister, our InSpirited truth. But before I go any further, once again, I just love to give a shout out to the village, the tribe. We are excelling, we are growing, to all the new peeps entering the community, the village, new subscribers and all. I just love to give a validation, a voice of acknowledgement that you are seen and you are heard. New friends and guests, welcome to the show. And my intention really is to hit the 444 by month's end, but I will tell you, I put that goal, that incentive out there, and ironically, I'm in the part of the 10 days to remembering challenge, and she hit the 444. So that's how energy works. Sometimes it works for others in our village, but I did put it out there, so it's just pretty curious and how funny how that happens. But if you don't mind sharing with your friends, like-minded groups and whatnot. And of course, I'd love to give a shout out to those of you that have been a part of my show, my journey since the beginning. It really does take a community, a village, a tribe of like-minded musers, really. Gratitude and blessings to you and for you. We are all in this cosmic soup together. The oneness filled. And again, those that do tune in later to the replay, whatever timeline you're on, comment if you do feel like you need a message for your day. Sharing really is a way of paying it forward, authentic gratitude. And you can always find me on TikTok or YouTube Shorts and whatnot. I'm kind of all over a little bit, but I am narrowing myself down. Just remember, I am your otherworldly shamanic reflecting assistant. You truly are your own healer. But sometimes we do need an otherworldly life coach assistant, myself included, because we have energetic hiccups and we're kind of going through that, right? To get us out of our own magical way so that our light shines brighter. And what do I muse about on the daily snippet? Well, I like to bring in the planets. I am not an astrologer, but I do have sense about them, cosmic insights, the planets doing the cosmic dance. I kind of see them as their own elemental highway. And by design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon through the seasons and the gates. Circuitry. I do have a circuit online today. Actually, I have circuits connected all this week. But for the season of Taurus, we do have the Earth Star, our 10th energetic center online. So all things nature. It's like, are you a nature empath? If you're not sure, go ahead and take my Change Your Star quiz and find out your intuitive gift order or your psychic ability. We are all intuitive. We are all gifted. And we're really raising the drawbridge, creating sacred space within our foundation of what we value within our inner selves, our inner worth, our inner guiding system, even our inner value system, valuing ourselves more because we know we are actually worth more. And giving ourselves the ability to stand out from the crowd, giving ourselves that ability to utilize all our gifts and our purpose. And I also do a 4 pillars, a mystery guest on Sundays, super fun. 4 pillars, the elemental foundation for your useful ingredients, along with the subtle energies, the chakras, the auric fields and whatnot. That's kind of been my paradigm since I was gifted into this dimension, along with the channels and the pathways. But the auric fields, cleansing the auric fields. And as a reflector, every day I ask myself, is this the right time and am I with the right people? What am I seeing that nobody else can see? And what is the movement that I am creating? What is the flow? What is the solution I'm creating within my own movement and outside of myself? So we do have the thyroid online, our heart's core, the thymus, and our bones. These are all kind of resonating if you can feel into them. The wisdom of our bones, the stones, the ancient wisdom of Africa, maybe, the origins. So with our mind literally off on holiday, it's a season where things are really slowing down one step at a time. It's like this gradual dance of the cosmos. The wheels of the mind on a slow turn. So the tick-tock is a little slow. We're just getting the tick and probably the talk comes later. But our art, the art of the language of our mind, we kind of are our own authors, if you will. It's those affirmations. It's our positive or not so positive attitudes. So what's the story that your heart is offering to your mind right now while we're kind of having the slow dance? Your own personal affirmation around your own inner self-worth. It's like, are you grateful? Do you admire yourself in the mirror? Have you been taking a bow in the mirror? Are you able to sense a new balance, a new soul harmonic within yourself, percolating and rising? And are you able to open to receive love, to produce or create from a place of sound love? That is the throat center, sound, sounds and hearing. Elevates actually each of the energetic centers. There's a lot of sound healers out there. I kind of resonate. Actually, I've had some great podcast interviews. However, Gerald Savage of soundpill.net is amazing. So you can utilize that to just restore yourself to that inner peace and harmony, sound, creating sacred space for our inner selves, being valued by ourselves. So if you happen to wake up with feelings of intensity, maybe you feel a little off, maybe you're topsy-turvette, you may need to do a vital energetic recheck, if you will. Just like we check our regular body vitality, the vitals, we need to check our energy system vitals, just rebalancing. Maybe start journaling again. Go for a walk. Do that walking meditation, weather permitting, of course. Weather's finally great here in Utah, but we're flooding and everything's falling down. Mountain houses. But pray, invoke, speak your authenticity, your spiritual truths. Be an authentic receivership of messages, maybe. So we're really restoring balance to our inner world, our inner peace, which is water in the Dagara cosmology, water getting in the flow to what we value within ourselves. So if you have been feeling undervalued, like something's ripping the rug out from under your own feet, undercrediting or even discrediting yourself for something in this lifetime, this is where we come to the crossroads, the balancing act, the scales, if you will. And we have that moment of realization, self-reflection, where we heartfelt, we know we deserve more than we have, even allowed ourselves to accept, opening that door to receive the bounty. It's a moment when we open up to receive the credit from the soul garden, if you will, the soul credit from that capital, possibly in the other world, for the things within ourselves that maybe we have neglected to take actual credit for. Other people will take the credit from us. You know that. So if anything in your life is altered, and when I say altered, that could be shapes, even shapes, altered shapes, or numbers altered. We need to refix that, recalibrate it, because it's altering our sense of value and along with our self-worth. That's kind of what I see there in the auric field. So this is the moment that we allow ourselves to see the other side of the issue and kind of regain our true sense of value, our self-worth. Feeling valued. It doesn't take money to feel the value. So in order to restore our balance, the key essence of our own values is really to open up to all the panoramic views, get on the mountaintop, see things from all perspectives, seeing all of the issues maybe within ourselves or outside of ourselves, and just allowing ourselves to see and also understand that entire mountaintop panoramic view, maybe from the cloud lines anyway, utilizing your heart, left hand on your heart to really determine the reasonable and the fair factorings in all of the stories. So it's time. Time will show up and show us the truth with the sense of maybe allowing and opening us up, really. Often I find this is more of an inward journey. It's the inward journey of soliciting inner solitude. That's why I came up with that meditation offering. So when we're able to open up and do that vital check-in, vital energetic check-in, checking in with each of our energetic centers, just like we do with our blood and our air and all those things, just restoring harmony and balance, that inner peace to our relationship, the one that we actually have with ourselves. So really being kind to yourself, be loving, go with the flow, just allowing yourself to open up and receive the goodness. Seriously. So just a few announcements. I know I say that and then I've got 10,000, but you know, that's just what happens. So we do have the season of the witches. I don't know if you're loving the Imaginal Realm with Amber, Dr. Amber Tark. Great cosmic interview. I can't even believe it came in the first week of Taurus season. The Imaginal Realm. So the Imaginal Realm is actually connected to our Shamans Portal, which is actually, it's the mystery, it's the magic, it's the mystical, and it's doing the cosmic dance with the Earth star. So you cannot make this up. It's great. And we're kind of filtering both of these energies actually through our heart and our voice today. So it's a very magical, intuitive, kind of universal frequency, kind of what I'm feeling. I don't know. But really, the universe is always working in our favor. And as long as we hold that to be true and just allow the universe to put us where we do and we don't belong, it kind of flows through us. But she's this week's audio artist. I do have a new one out tomorrow. You can tune in my virtual medicine room. And just remember, honestly, comment on your favorite audio room artists. I've had so much fun interviewing so many different people this season, and it just keeps getting better and better. Honestly, I'm not kidding. You can find it on Tonya Dee /podcast or Apple, Spotify, and kind of all the places. You could probably just Google. And on Sundays, I still am doing the mystery guest. So if you're curious, I forgot to put the link in the show notes, but if you're curious and want to be a mystery guest, I've been using the 4 pillars charts for healing in my private group, The Rising of the Origins. I've started doing 4 pillars like 20, 30 years ago, but I look at them at the elemental foundation so I can assist people in utilizing the element to bring balance. And then I'm also doing the Rising of the Origins. It's a free online immersion that I do. I do usually twice or 3 times a year, starting on the 1st of June. It's a 5-day immersion where we're going to immerse ourselves into the discovery of our soul and our life purpose. I'm also crediting or editing and creating a handout to add to that container. I already have one, but I kind of shifted it up. And I'm still working on the Witcher's Way to Manifestation, which we all want to manifest, but we all manifest differently. But with Mercury on holiday, I've kind of, I'm going through the process a little slower, but that is being choreographed in the artist kind of way. And I also do offer, and I don't know if you know, but I am a cowrie shell diviner. I was trained by Elder Meldoma Somé, certified 2012-ish is kind of when I started my journey with him. He kept coming into my my peripheral, so I knew he was the one to assist me in my own choreography. But he brought cowrie shell divination to the West. He's an African shaman of the Dagar tribe in Burkina Faso, Dano. I am a protege, a student of his medicine. I'm just so grateful that I had that opportunity. I'm also, like you saw, I'm taking a few InSpirited people, like-minded medicine people, on an adventure to Mongolia. It's an indigenous journey with 6 medicine people, also known as shamans, medicine people. And what I find curious is medicine people actually only get paid when the village is healthy. So that's kind of a different way to think about things, right? So if the village isn't healthy, we got to figure out which elemental is in adverse reaction, the forces of adversity. And tonight I am the guest artist of the, I got a lot going on actually. I am the guest artist of the 10-day Remembering Challenge with Juliana Whitlow. I'm going to be talking about the ghost in the darkness. I'm joining some other intuitive guest artists for this 10-day challenge to remember. So just be sure to join in the fun, the magic that is also there. And again, today I do have a circuit online. Let me find that fun little image here. A circuit. This is gate 56 and 11 if you're a human design, if you're a reflector by chance, or maybe you've got this gate happening for you anyway, either way. But this is the curiosity channel, which I love because if you've always heard me, I'm always saying, stay curious and question everything. But this is like the eternal optimistic pursuit. There's not like a goal achievement around it. It's more about ideas and motivating others to really initiate and take action and learning to enjoy the process. And, you know, but it's not so much about the results on the other side. So 11 is the idea gate, where 56 is the stimulation. So there's this great amount of energy that's happening. Maybe you got this incredible zest to receive as much intuitive knowledge and gifting and new experiences as possible. It's connected between the ajna center and the throat, which is activated today. So our mind, being the owner of this channel, is controlled by the ajna. So it's like being in search of something, possibly intuitively, gifting, curiosity, and just utilizing our curiosity and allowing us to make some discoveries that maybe we didn't even know we had before, different views on different ordinary situations. But it's kind of the thirsting of not getting your thirst quenched for knowledge. It really makes for global discovery, you know, so it's just a great channel. I'm super excited that it's online today. I'm kind of excited to see how it all plays out. So if you do have this channel already by design, like mine's only once a month, obviously, but people with a manifested curiosity channel are really distinguished by a peculiar kind of presentation of facts, and their interpretation may be very different from how others see or actually present it. So I kind of love this because it's different. It's the energy of seeking new ideas and ways of seeing things. It really is that panoramic view. And maybe you're overly focused on sharing with people the truths that you kind of faced up from the ground up, if you will, from personal experiences as well. So I just love this gate. It feels super juicy. So that's that. But yeah, go ahead and comment if you are a reflector by design, or, you know, I'm not a human design artist. I'm a reflector again by design, but I do follow the gates. It's kind of like my online monthly memoir, if you will, through the seasons. But on the elemental highway, there we go, which I'm loving this. This is my day. This is my kind of energy, actually. I'm a Youngwood Tiger Day Master, and that's the energy of the day. Obviously in the dragon month, which is very different. Mine's in the fire, mine's in the horse, so it's coming up. But it's still pretty exciting. I'm having an amazing day, really, considering I'm going to be a guest on that 10-day challenge to remember friends around a round table. So this really does feel great for me, at least. Yang wood is the elemental or a day master that really needs all of the elements for balance. We need the sun for warmth to shine, our light, the earth for rooting, spreading down the roots, water for sustenance, metal for the fine tuning, kind of like the arborist. And I find it actually curious that my big pine fell down. I don't know if you saw that. 30 plus foot pine tree. I love that tree. It was actually on my fairy mound. But so it's almost like I fell over for a breakdown. I don't know. But we have the balance between the yin and the yang today. We're rooted. We have an entire earth or an entire wood direction, which is amazing. We've got the tiger, the rabbit, and the dragon. So that is wealth. That is abundance. That is prosperity coming to us. Like I am feeling it myself. It really is amazing. And I can't believe I'm going live for this show tonight. But the tiger is a friend and an ally to the energy of our day. And that's your mate. Myself, my mate needs to be my friend, my ally. Or just that's the kind of mate I'm supposed to attract according to 4 pillars. But it's forward thinking. It's being determined about something that we're initiating. We're very goal oriented, leading. So we have this energy to perform, to really be charismatic, to be charming, to have that yang fire sun shining on us. And we have the earth resources that we create, other resources coming to us. So this is wealth earned or resources coming towards us, actually, not given from something we create. Yin water, that's inner peace. It's mentors, resources, but it's in storage in the dragon. It's kind of hidden. So it's kind of a secret. So this may be something that you get from the otherworldly support, a resource that you don't see. It could be an inheritance, is kind of, or winning the lottery, something like that. You get like a check in the mail that you didn't even know. This is like the rains of heaven is kind of what it feels like to me, pouring down. Resources. So resources for us today. There is competition. The rabbit is a competitor, somebody who is a rival, actually, not happy for a transformation or a new growth coming towards us. So just kind of be aware of secret or hidden enemies. Often this comes from people just being jealous, maybe of your transition, your transformation, but it's okay. Just take a breath and a pause and return to sender. That's kind of what I do. People kind of don't like us when we shine differently, or we kind of shine, we leave, right? We move from one village into another. We're becoming something different, especially when you start seeing your own value and your own self-worth. And metal though, we may need to decide, make a decision, something that needs to be pruned away so you can grow, actually. So it may be a friend or a situation, the pruning away of an old way of being. So a new way of seeing kind of opens up. And really feeling into our own value, knowing that we are valuable and just realizing deep down, we all have gift and purpose. And there's a part of us that really brings value actually to the surface. It's like that percolating coffee pot that I keep going to out, I don't know if you've ever had percolating coffee out on a fire pit. It's amazing. But integrity, it's in this inner light field as well. So I hope you do feel the magic that resides within you, because that's kind of the frequency today. It's like, are we feeling the gift, the opening up, and the accepting of our own innate inner value, our own innate self-worth that we've always had, actually. So we shine brighter. We got the sun shining on the trees. This is great, seriously. A feeling of value that really becomes greater than ever before. You may have a breakdown in your thoughts because Mercury is on holiday. So you're kind of going to move through these emotions, creating this emotional foundation, a stability. The dragon is a stable mountain, if you will. And the moon, the goddess of the night, which is actually that yin water, that's highlighting the sun. It's reflecting the yang sun, reflecting still. It's still reflecting. And for the tiger or the yang wood, that's actually great. Building this emotional foundation that really is going to lead metal to a greater acceptance of the changes that are being choreographed in our favor. So simply put, we get to a state of inner peace and we light up our emotional foundation by the reflection of the sun. I would say that's our intuition, listening to gift and purpose, and our hearing sisters online. So a water ritual or a crystal grid or both. Water is actually a conduit to really get us in the flow. It shape shifts. Water just flows, goes over rocks, water, river. And this is wet earth, the dragon. So things are birthing down there. So if you're able to really go to the streams, the river, and just be in the flow of the river and just allowing the emotions to kind of flow, maybe journal them, feel them, give them their creative expression. Okay. That's kind of what I'm feeling there. Obviously, I'm on a high tide myself. So the feeling, the messages of the day are already happening. We had two the dark lady yesterday, and the fae that was kissed by the pixies. That's where I brought in the chocolate from. Morna, the heart surgeon, if you will, and the chocolate. But today we have the Rar. And I kept thinking the Rar was part of the Singers of the Realm, mostly because of this Rarish kind of energy. But their energy is all about excitement, and they add excitement to everything they touch. So it's topsy-turvetish, but it's still excitement. The 52s are intuition, sensing our feelings, and being mindful of the language of our thoughts along with the language of our bodies. So it's futuristic thoughts and feeling in our body. What do we feel in our bodies? What is our body? I mean, that speaks its own language, right? So the past has already happened. There's no need to experience and go down the rabbit hole, experience it over. But the RAR is actually part of the helpline troop, the wee folk. And in my brain, I kept thinking the Singers of the Realm, because we have one tomorrow, and I was probably overly excited. But the RAR is this excitement energy. Being part of the helpline troop, they're the little beings, large, small. They really assist us in our day-to-day lives, our reality. Sometimes they add a little more confusion, usually in an effort to be more helpful. So these are the Fae, the helpline troop. They're associated with all of the elementals, the elemental realms, whether it's of the earth or not of the earth, meaning earth, air, fire, air, water, moonlight, the galaxy, all the things. Some of them work alone, some of them work in troops. But the Rar, this is that wild energy. It's the pure potential, the potentiality. They're not naughty. They're not wicked. They are just very rarish. They're very energetic, but they're also not very discriminating on that energy. So they really like to just join in and whatever excitement is going on and happening. So they're really adding that boost of energy. It reminds me of the emoji, the fire emoji, the one that's like a firework, I guess. But they are, in a way, they really are the pure potential, and they potentize whatever is happening. They really add more of that energy and excitement. And they're usually attracted to all kinds of groups, whether it's a mob, rioting, somebody really excited, meditation groups that are rising towards ecstasy. So it's those other strong energetic states. They're similar to Winnie the Pooh, Tiger and Winnie the Pooh, which reminds me of my cat. Bouncing around, zooming around, all the things. They go off on wild tangents. They've got very wild, maybe erratic energy. I don't know. You can kind of think of them as a growling dog or a barking dog, the revving up of an engine or the roaring of an engine, or even the purring of a cat. I don't know about you, but my tiger, ironically, is always on my chest in the morning, purring and putting his little paw in my face. But these little Rars, they don't discriminate. It's really up to us to actually do that. They just put the spark, they add life to whatever's happening around them. They add that zest and life. And it's our choice. It's our free will, what we do with this energy. So the message here for this week, I mean, this is amazing, right? We're really being encouraged to be especially attentive to what we are actually doing. So be careful with this energy, and also our intentions. Don't get too carried away with this bouncy enthusiasm of this energetic being, is what I'm calling it. So really do take advantage of this energy. It's going to be great. So it's going to assist us to accomplish a great deal being made available to us, opening doors maybe. So it really is a great time. But however, did you notice that this RAR is not a grounded frequency? That's probably why I associated it with the Singers of the Realm. But he's not, or she, it doesn't really matter, they're not meant to be. However, we being embodied in the physical realm, the 3D realm, we do need to keep our feet firmly on the earth, the terra firma. So with this energy comes in, it's coming in. I hope you can feel it. I mean, I can feel it myself, because we are we're kind of expressing this raw, potent energy, this wild excitement, the raw potential of what's happening for us. So it's important to take a breath and slowly really center ourselves, earthing ourselves. I tend to earth or ground into the elemental that we actually need for the day. That's kind of why I bring those up, which would be metal or crystal or minerals. In today's case, I'm feeling kind of both of those, to be a conduit. So just be clear about your objectives, intentionally clarity, then seriously go after them. It's just getting on that doorway, getting on that path, being clear, intuitively gifted, listening, hearing, sister. Maybe you do some automatic writing. Maybe you're a channeler. I don't know. But I do find it funny that I always see the Rar as the singer of the realm. And the Rar, you know, as a singer, that's like this helpful, energetic singer that's in the elemental realm, probably the in between, probably bringing in the sounds of the singer, which is unity, which is actually the message for tomorrow. So this is amazing. And with that, just be sure to join the 10 Days of Remembering. I am the guest artist today. I'm going to be bringing in the ghost and the darkness with the pure energy of the Ra. It really feels like it's going to be pure potential, just opening up to accepting things as they are, just allowing. Like, I don't know about you, but I got stuff happening that most people would be kind of freaking out, but I am just going with the flow. I'm having optimistic venue, but more of faith. The universe is moving all of us. We're all in a transition this year and just finding the value in the balancing of these threads. So, you know, it really is about loving ourselves, giving ourselves the nurturing and the caring and the love of who we are and our own magic, our own gift and purpose. So it really is a day to just authentically be loving and trusting and opening and accepting for who we truly are authentically. That's kind of what's happening for us. So when we're able to accept all the facets of who we are within ourselves, you know, the freckles, the wrinkles, the sty in your eye, in my case today, the difficulties, the energetic hiccups, down to the trivial pursuits, just really being authentic and being lovable, that's when we're going to find the synchronicity, the fine lines, the epiphanies, and the in-betweens. So all day long, I'd be humming the sound of my heart, loving myself to the full pour, be loving to who you are now and what you're becoming and how you're stirring your own cosmic soup. So the full pour is one of valuing ourselves for who we truly are. For me, it's like, where's my inner peace? Where's my joy? Where's my love? Where's my happiness? And I always ask myself, am I in the right place with the right people? Along with integrity. Integrity is a huge outfit for me, I guess. But I would affirm that I am adding pure potential, the Rar, that exciting energy to my self-worth, my pure potential. What does that look like? Just fine-tuning with a crystal grid, pruning away what no longer is serving you, and just allowing to be that self-loving frequency energy within yourself, along with accepting a new way of loving and valuing who you are and your worth. So that was kind of a lot. Thanks for tuning in. And as always, I will see you on the other side. But for sure, join me for the 10 days of remembering that challenge with Juliana Whitlow. And I will see you on the other side, at least tomorrow with the Unity card. Ashe, blessings.
So much. Exactly. Every time we use a metaphor, we are already in imagination. Every time, people would go to the extent, every time you come up with a new symptom, whether that be psychological or physical, if you really become curious and go behind, take it metaphorically and not literally, you're already in imagination. You try to get, okay, what are the poetics of it? Like, what is the body trying to tell me if we really want to listen to the body? And so there's depth everywhere, like any place you go, like you scratch the surface of like your superficial everyday stuff, and there are things that wanting to be explored, really, tugging us, like really wanting our attention. And the more you engage with them, I often say that I don't know what I can do for the people in terms of like, I'll make you rich and I'll get you this and that. I mean, I can't guarantee any of that. There's only one thing that I can guarantee is that your life will be more interesting.